Hi, hey, hello, Hana here from Love with Hana. And do you have extra engine oil? Like this? Well, I'm going to show you what you can do with it. If your car is new and or well maintained, you actually would not need to top up your engine oil. So you would be pretty much storing all this engine oil for, I don't know, no reason actually, to be honest. But you can't just simply dispose of it by pouring it down the drain. No, don't do that. And if you're wondering why you don't get these extra bottles of engine oil, is because some authorized service centers like Honda, they have this big engine oil reservoir thing where they would fill up according to how much your engine needs, so you won't be left with like this much in a bottle. They'll just pour exactly the amount you need and charge you exactly the amount that they use, so you won't have this problem. But if you do have extra engine oil, I'll show you what you can do with it. You can clean off rust on your gates, your grills, anything. Now this can be done for maintenance, or maybe you want to put an extra coat of paint. Not extra, I meant a new coat of paint. So you want to clean off the rust before you paint it over. So what you're going to need is gloves. This is going to be very messy, okay? So you need gloves, steel wool, an old cloth or rug to wipe off the excess, and of course your engine oil. So first things first, get your, you can already see I've already tried this out. I've already done this. It's quite difficult. Yeah, there we go. Put this on. Get your engine oil. I suggest pouring into the cap. Pour a little bit only, don't pour the whole cap. It's better to top up than to have excess and put it in here, because you do want to keep this clean just in case you need it for topping up the engine for some reason. So you just pour it in. Like I said, careful. Oh, there we go, just very little. Get your steel wool. Dip your steel wool in and go to work. Now I know a lot of people want to see it, but I'm not going to bore you because it takes quite a bit of effort. So once you've done that all, put it, get your cloth, wipe off the excess. If you're not going to repaint it and you don't mind a little bit of greasiness on it, you're pretty much done. Actually, the grease is great to repel water, so it will prevent or at least slow the process of rust, because eventually the oil will disappear and moisture will get into the metal and oxidize and rust. But if you are planning to give it a fresh coat of paint, you are going to have to really clean off the grease, because paint and grease do not mix. So you're going to get either a degreaser if you do, spray it on your cloth, wipe it off, wipe it clean. But if you don't have a degreaser like me, you can use good old soap and water. It is tedious, but you really have to clean off the grease before you paint. So I did this whole process of cleaning off rust in the back of the house on the, what is that? Washing line pole. So I did the whole process of cleaning off the rust with this engine oil method. Washed it with soap and water and gave it a good fresh coat of paint. 2 coats actually. Yeah, this is not the easiest thing, but it is definitely worth it. And now that we have time, we're not hanging out outside, you're pretty much at home, it's a good time to do it. Of course, for those celebrating Chinese New Year, maybe I'm a little bit late, should have this video should have been done last week, but it's okay. You wash your car for Chinese New Year, but this one maybe after Chinese New Year or for next year Chinese New Year, because after all, we can't really celebrate anyway. To save yourself the trouble from getting paint all over your fingers and having to wash it off, of course, use your glove. But if you're like me and find it like it's constricting your painting talents, you can go bare hands. And here's a tip: if you get paint on your hands or on your skin, basically, you can wash it off using cooking oil. So just get some cooking oil, clean off the paint on your hands before washing it all off with soap and water. I don't have the sciencey stuff of it because I don't know, I'm gonna get terms wrong, but remember when I said you need to clean off grease, otherwise the paint won't stick? Yeah. Oily hands, paint won't stick on oily hands. But of course, if you don't have excess engine oil, do not worry. You can still do this method with good old WD-40. Just spray on the surface and use the steel wool to clean off the rust and you're good to go. And just like the WD-40, you can use your engine oil to fix creaky gates, maybe some rusting locks, so it's a bit difficult to unlock a padlock or anything. But it might be a little bit difficult for locks because of the tiny little opening. So you can try and getting a small paintbrush and putting oil inside, and hopefully it will get into nooks and crannies. And one last thing before I bid goodbye for this video, wooden outdoor furniture. If you have any wooden outdoor furniture and you want to prolong its life, you can use engine oil by putting a few coats on it. Use a paintbrush, paint it on, leave it a while, let the oil seep into its pores, and then wipe off the excess. And yeah, this will repel water and inhibit bacterial growth, so it prevents mold. What else? Yeah, I said that was the last thing, right? Yeah, so that's it. That's what you can do with extra engine oil. And if you're not interested in doing any of those, be sure to dispose it properly. To do that, you can go to a local, car workshop. Yeah, local car workshop. Ask them if they are able to take it off your hands. Maybe they can dispose it properly, or they have other use for it. Or you can also go to the, local recycling centers. They might be able to dispose of it as well. So as long as you don't pour it down the drain, please don't contaminate the waters. Klang Valley, it's bad as it is with our almost monthly water cuts, so you don't want to add to the contaminations of the rivers. So yeah, that's what you can do with engine oil, extra engine oil, if you don't need to top up your engine. If you're interested in any of this, like any of these things that I've told you can use it for, or if you've done any of this, let me know by leaving a comment down below or on the side, wherever you're watching this. Until next time, stay safe.